Hi, John. You've mentioned Jesus' struggles, doubts, fears, etc. I would love to know more about his flaws and how he related to them. It's a great question because of the fact that everyone wants to know about Jeshua. They want to know about his miracles. They want to know about his divinity. They want to know about healing. They want to know about resurrecting. They want to know about all the big mystical stories. Um, I love this in the fact that it doesn't want to. It's not looking for that. It's looking for Jeshua the man, and he called himself the Son of Man. To be in this physical world, to be in this physical place, you have to experience your flaws and your doubts and your fears and your struggles because that's why you're here, to experience those things, because those are the products of separation from love, separation from God. And you're here to experience those separations in varying degrees so that you can come to know love more fully. And Jeshua's struggles, doubts, and fears, I mean, he related to them just like you relate to them. He just had a different understanding about them. And because he had a different understanding about them, they didn't affect him like they affect the people who don't have an understanding about him. In other words, going to the cross. He made a joke on the cross to me. And at anybody else at that moment would have been really immersed in their own experience and the struggles and the pains and the triumph and the trials that they're going through. But when you look at his day-to-day life, he had the same issues we all did. He was a man. He was just a man. And think when you go back to your day and you're looking at your struggles and your doubts and your fears and all those things. First of all, you have to realize your struggles and your doubts are fears. Doubt is the fear. Struggle is the belief that it's hard, and that comes from a fear place because it's a negative. Fear is the illusion because all love is not a struggle. Only fear of not having love is a struggle. Only the fear creates struggle because love is easy. Love is smooth and easy. But I often talk about when you're into meditation and there's a moment you become the observer and you watch yourself breathe and you realize something that is that when you're not involved with your breathing, your body breathes without effort. But the second your mind ties into your breathing, your breathing can become labored and laborsome and harder and more difficult because of the separation, because of the struggles, the doubts, the fears, right? But our general nature is to be easy and loving. And that is the baseline that we're foraying away from. That is the baseline that we are experiencing by experiencing the lack of it. And struggles, doubts, fears, etc. And you're asking your question says, I would love to know more about his flaws and how he related to them. He related to them just like you relate to them. He went through every moment of his day as a human person who had an understanding that he was here experiencing those things. He knew what he was going through. And he would go and he would meditate to get back into the space of and I say meditation. He would go back and he would do. I believe he did what I do, which is just sit in love, sit down and feel the feeling of unencumbered love, unconditional love, and shut off the world for a while and just go be in love. That's what he did, and when you're in love, and the book of John says, no fear can exist in perfect love. So you go sit in love, and your struggles, doubts, and fears goes away, at least for a while. Second, you come back to the physical world, you have to work with those struggles again. But those struggles are all based in fear, and they're here strictly so you can come to know love more fully. So it's a tough question because, I can't tell you a bunch of stories about how he related to his fears, but I can tell you he related to them just like you and I do, right? The only difference was he probably related to them a little bit better than we did because he understood what they were. He understood his beliefs. And, my God, why have you forsaken me? They talk about that being a prophecy fulfilled from the Old Testament. But I'm not sure he said it, number one. But I do know he had his moments during the crucifixion where he did wail, he did cry, he did have his struggles and his doubts and his fears. But he knew why he did it, and he kept his intention going. And he knew why he was doing something. And though he struggled, and though he had doubts, and though he had fears, he still did the loving thing. And so, how do you struggle with your doubts, fears? How do you relate to them? It's exactly how he did. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye. Thank you, my friends, for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you've subscribed and you like it, you share it, but also comment below it. Let's get this community talking about these topics and spreading this information out far and wide so we can change the world for the better. Thank you.